What's going on, everyone? It's time for a fantasy action adventure creature feature film review. Today we're going to do How to Train Your Dragon, the 2025 live action remake. It was released June 13th, 2025. Directed by Dean DeBlois, who did How to Train Your Dragon 2, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, and How to Train Your Dragon, Gift of the Night Fairies. He also did Lilo and Stitch and Leroy and Stitch. He also did The Wild Robot and He-Man. So this is a shot-for-shot live-action remake of the animated film How to Train Your Dragon, where it's about a group of Vikings live on a secluded island named Belcourt, and they have to coincide with some dragons that also call the island home, and they learn to fight them off. But a naive young hiccup who finds one of the most rarest dragons of all learns how to train them, and so they can use them for good. And him trying to convince his friends and stuff actually train other dragons, and then they go and help fight the Vikings, fight off the big bad dragon. This is actually a pretty fun family film. It has a lot of good characters in this. The characters in this are obviously pretty well developed. The cartoon animated film did so well it made 3 sequels and like a couple shorts, and even has a couple TV show series on Netflix and stuff. And so yeah, this film does have some really good acting in it. The visual effects are really good. The story itself is actually pretty good, and yeah, the characters are well developed. Now, this is a shot-for-shot remake where I was kind of hoping to get a little bit something different here and there, which they kind of expanded some scenes and stuff, because like the animated film's like an hour and 40 minutes. This one's 2 hours and 10. So they did expand it a bit, but it kind of bogged it down a bit and stuff, and unnecessary scenes and stuff. Now, I do gotta say the CGI and the flight scenes and stuff look really good, and they did have some good looking, and they got the look of the dragons really well done and everything. So overall, I thought this film was a pretty good film. It was entertaining. It has a lot of good characters and stuff in it, but I kind of just wanted something a little different so it could stand out more. And also, live action remakes kind of devalue the animated films, especially if they're terrible. But this one, they did actually a good job. Now, if Universal and DreamWorks continue with these, they're definitely going to blow Disney out of the water with it, even though Disney started doing it. So, yeah, definitely way better than I was expecting. So I'm going to give How to Train Your Dragon, the 2025 live action remake, a 4 out of 5. It was a lot of fun and definitely needs to be checked out. Also, one other thing, this is a more pop culture thing, but why the hell did we give Vikings horns on their helmets? They never had horns on their helmets unless it was the leader basically going and to intimidate someone. And then that was the only time there was horns on their helmets. But for some reason, almost every depiction of Vikings, especially in family movies and stuff, have horns on their helmets, which is really annoying. But still, yeah. I'm not sure where this is streaming. I think it's actually still in theaters right now. But yeah. But if I'll at least link the trailer down below so you check that out. I'll also link down below my Instagram, so I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future. All my stories, put the film title in there, and some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below, there for reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films, and my Twitter's down below, reviews_Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it with some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any films or film franchises in any genre. And on any streaming service that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Also, if you want me to do the animated How to Train Your Dragon films, comment those down below too. I'll probably get to them sooner or later. Also, let me know what your favorite one is as well. Make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and all day. Proud enough without checking out together. And also, so you hear my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. Make sure you subscribe. Hopefully, so you hear my opinions on popular films that have come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we are going to be doing a thriller, natural disaster thriller in the next review called Survive. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those Vikings slaying, controlling the dragons, causing chaos, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers. You guys better take notes. Dragons are coming back.